Welcome, Wildcat fans. I'm Cindy McCarthy, and I'm here at Central City's softball complex tonight on a little warm and muggy evening. Not much air's moving, so Wildcats are going to be working up a sweat out there. Hopefully it'll be worth it, and they'll come away with a win. I mentioned it, I'm at the softball complex where the Wildcats are taking on Easton Valley tonight. Wildcats are coming into tonight's contest with a 6-3 record, and Easton Valley is coming in with an 0-5 record. Before I get started, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to the sponsor that makes our broadcast on the Wildcat Sports Channel possible, Next Bank. Each person and family has unique financial needs. That's why we offer a variety of personal banking and lending products. We offer everything you need for your personal financial success, from checking and savings accounts to loans and online services. Next Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. All right, so right now we got the Wildcats and Easton Valley. Both teams are in the dugout. Coaches are right now meeting with the umpires, getting the ground rules. Going over the ground rules, I should say, and we will be going live here shortly with one varsity contest tonight is what I'm being told. So that's what we're going to go with. The boys are also playing tonight, and they are going to do a varsity JV contest, so the baseball team is also in action tonight. So if you're at home and you can't make it up here, hopefully you're listening. And if you are listening and you want to come up and catch a game, they're supposed to get started here at 5 o'clock. So anyway, coming into tonight's game, as I mentioned, the Central City Wildcats are 6-3. And just kind of going through some stats here real quick while we're getting ready for the game to get started here. Natalie Noonan, and it says they're 6-3, and I just went off of the stats that are online, and so I don't know how updated these are. But anyway, 6-3 is what it said the Wildcats were, and it's got Natalie Noonan hitting .500 for the Wildcats. She's got 14 hits. Her and Sarah Reed are leading the team with 14 hits each. Natalie's got 3 doubles, 2 triples. She's tied with Lily Kramer for RBIs, leading the team in RBIs with 6. And as I mentioned, she is hitting .500. And I'll kind of go over these stats again as we go. But the other hitters here for the Wildcats, Sarah Reed is leading in average. She's hitting .519. She's got 4 RBIs. She's also got 3 doubles. And as I mentioned, she's tied with Natalie Noonan with 14 hits for the Wildcats. Also then Lacey Hennick is hitting .414. She scored 5 runs for the Wildcats and has 2 RBIs, 2 doubles off of 12 hits. So Lacey Hennick's having a nice season at the plate. Allie Fritcher, 8th grader, has a .444 average. She's got 4 runs and 4 RBIs and 4 hits for the Wildcats. And looks like Emma Fritcher's at .379. Emma's got 5 runs and 11 hits for the Wildcats, all singles, as it looks like. So we are going to be playing the national anthem here shortly. And hopefully then we will get ready for a softball game. Just kind of going over the guidelines again. If you ever want to get to a game here, they do talk about the social distancing guidelines. All right, they're doing the starting lineups here for Easton Valley. And Easton Valley's coming in with some young kids here. and their record reflects that. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but as I mentioned, they're 0-5. All right, we're going to get ready here for the starting lineup for the Wildcats, so I'll try to get that to you as they get introduced. Wildcats coming into tonight's game um, came off a big win against Marquette the other night, a doubleheader sweep. Um, won the first game in extra innings, 1-0, and then won the second game 7-0. So that was a exciting win. So that's why it makes me think that this record might not be updated. I think they're on about a 6-game win streak. So again, I'm not absolutely sure if that's the exact correct record for the Wildcats. And it looks like they're getting ready to introduce the starters here. So they got off to a little rough start, I know. Wildcat. Here we go for the starting lineups. So Natalie Noonan. Lacey Hennick's going to be at third base tonight, number 3 hitter. Sarah Reed's going to be at third base tonight, batting in the 4 spot. Cami Ellis DHing. Emma Fritcher is going to move out to center tonight. Hannah Kramer is going to be at second. All right. Sorry about. All right. So Natalie Noonan is going to start things off. She'll be behind the plate tonight. Then Leah Weber is going to be pitching. She's the number 2 hitter. Lacey Hennick's going to be at third base. Sarah Reed is going to be at third. Batting 5th is Cami Ellis is the DH. And then you've got Emma Fritcher, who's out in center, followed by Hannah Kramer, who's at second. Allie Fritcher's in left, and batting 9th is going to be Lily Kramer, playing shortstop. So that's going to be the defense and the batting order for the Wildcats. And it's time for the national anthem. All right. So the national anthem is in the books, and Wildcats are out on the field, and we will be ready for some softball here. Again, Wildcats are home, and they've got a red shirts with a white stripe down the side, black sleeves, black numbers, and they have black pants with red socks. So that's the uniforms for the Wildcats. Easton Valley's got orange top with white sleeves and white pants, and they could be pinstriped. I can't tell. I'm out here in left field trying to be out of the way of people. And they'll be going here. I didn't get a chance to talk about the pitching tonight and the pitching overall for the seasons. Wildcats have Sarah Reed and Leah Weber both as pitchers. And coming into tonight's game, again, I'm not sure if these stats are totally updated, but Sarah's coming in as a 4-1 record. She's got 40 strikeouts and 7 walks, so she's having a really nice night, or really nice season. And she's picked up a bulk of those strikeouts just in these last few games. I know last week I called the Cal Wheat doubleheader, and Sarah pitched both those games and ended up that night with 12 strikeouts in the first game and I think 7 strikeouts in the second game. So that'd be 19 strikeouts right there in one game. And then I was just talking to her before the game. She said she had 14 strikeouts against Marquette Catholic. So anyway, Sarah's really starting to pile up some of those strikeouts. She's got 40 coming into tonight's game and then 7 walks. Her ERA is 0.82. And Leah, who's going to be doing the pitching here for the Wildcats tonight's 1-2. And she's got 9 strikeouts and 5 walks, and her ERA is 3.11. So hopefully Leah can add to her stats. And so with the first pitch, Leah's going to throw a strike to the Easton Valley player. And we are underway, and there's a swing and a miss. So just like that, Leah Weber's on top. No balls and 2 strikes, and that was the thing that I was impressed with the other night against Cal Wheat with Sarah. She worked up in the strike. There's a called third strike, so just like that, we've got a strikeout. That was the thing that Sarah did a really good job of against Cal Wheat, was she was always up in the count, never got really behind in the count. And I think she pitched both games that night that I called, and I think she had 1 walk. So players are going to go up there and they're going to see some pitches that are around the plate, and I guess it's a matter if you can put them in play or not. Wildcats had some pretty good defensive plays, and obviously they've picked their defense up against Marquette Catholic the other night too. Just like that, it's no balls and 2 strikes on the second batter, number 13. The center fielder, I'm not sure who this is. She's the center fielder. And it's no balls and 2 strikes on her. Let's see what Leah does. And there's going to be a foul ball. Goes over the Wildcat dugout. So again, Leah's 0-2. Again, just resetting the defense really quick. Shelby Rollinger is in right field. Emma Fritcher is in center. Allie Fritcher's in left. We've got Sarah Reed at third. Lily Kramer at short. Hannah Kramer is at second, and Lacey Hennick's at first. And there's going to be another strikeout for Leah. So 2 up, 2 down, 2 strikeouts here. It's going to bring up number 8, JC Woods. She's the leading hitter for Easton Valley. I have her at 467, and she's going to be doing the pitching tonight for Easton Valley. And she takes a ball right there. So we'll see if we can get out of here. It looks like that must have been a little low. Looked pretty good from here. Looks like it's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. We've got 2 outs. We're in the top of the first here. Easton Valley's up. 2 strikeouts, 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. There's going to be a hit to third base. Sarah Reed scoops it up and fires it over to Lacey Hennick at first, and the Wildcats get out of that inning 1, 2, 3. So no runs, no hits, and no errors for the Wildcats. So they will now come up to bat in their half of the first inning in this bottom half. And as I mentioned, just to refresh everybody's memory, Natalie Noonan's going to start us off, and she's doing the catching tonight. And Leah Weber's the number 2 hitter pitching. Lacey Hennick's at first, and Sarah Reed is at third. So those are going to be the first 4 batters for the Wildcats. Let's just talk real quick here about Next Bank. Next Bank combines the values of a locally owned, independent Eastern Iowa community bank with expanded services and the latest technology to meet your customers' fast-moving lifestyle. Bank on your success with Next Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. All right, so that's a good inning here for the Wildcats. Good half inning, I guess. So the tournament, so everybody knows that we obviously we're still, I guess, in the middle of a pandemic here, and while the softball season didn't get started like they would have normally, and so this is, I think this is, they have one more week after this week, I believe. Yeah, next week there's still some regular season games, and then baseball and softball will both be starting tournament play, and we will try to bring those games to you if we can. It depends on availability and stuff as far as some announcers and what everybody's got going on. So we'll keep you updated on the Facebook page on what's going to be happening with that. So Natalie Noonan stepping to the plate, as I mentioned. Natalie's hitting .500 on the season. She's got 14 hits. And she's going to take a strike. I will say that the pitcher for Easton Valley is 0-3. She's had 11 strikeouts and 33 walks. So she's had a little bit of a control problem. So we'll see here if the Wildcats are aggressive or if they make her work and take advantage of that inconsistent pitching that obviously is going on. So just like that, it looks like it's 2 balls and 1 strike on Natalie. That pitch was a little high. And Natalie's going to take another pitch that's high. So it's 3 balls and 1 strike. We'll see if the Wildcats can get a base runner going. There's going to be a big swing, but she wasn't able to make good contact, and she kind of blooped it out there to the shortstop. So that's going to be 1 out, and Leah Weber's going to be up. Leah had the game-winning hit the other night against Marquette Catholic. Was able to get a hit and score the winning run. It was 1-0, so I wasn't able to make that game, but it sounded like it was a pretty exciting game. And just like that, it's going to be no balls and 2 strikes. Leah took the first pitch, and she just tried to slap bunt this last pitch, and it went foul. So we'll see what Leah does. Leah is a slapper, so she's on the left-hand side here. And there's going to be a little blooper that's going to drop right in front of the center fielder. So Leah gets a hit to get things going here. We are in the bottom of the first inning. And bottom of the first, there's 1 out. Natalie Noonan lined out to the shortstop, and then Leah Weber is up, and she gets a base hit to center field, and she's going to have a courtesy runner come in for her since she's the pitcher. It just kind of now a common thing that they do, get a courtesy runner in for the pitcher. So that's going to bring up the number 3 hitter, Lacey Hennick, and as I mentioned, Lacey Hennick's hitting .414. She's got 2 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 12 hits, so we'll see if she's going to bunt, and she tries to bunt, but it's foul. So that's going to put her in the hole. We'll see if the coach leaves the bunt on or not. And there's going to be a swing, and it's going out of play, hits the top of the Easton Valley dugout. For their first baseman gave it a try, but she ran out of room there. So Lacey's down in the count, no balls, 2 strikes, and we've got a courtesy runner on first for Leah Weber, who was able to come up and get a hit out to center field. So Wildcats, no score in the game so far, 0-0, bottom of 1. We got 1 out, 1 on. Lacey Hennick's up, and she's going to get a strikeout, and there's a stolen base. So not what Lacey wanted, but we do get the runner into scoring position. It brings up Sarah Reed. Sarah is the leading hitter for the Wildcats at 519. She's got 3 doubles, 4 RBIs. And the ball gets past the catcher, and we've now got a runner on third. So we've got that runner right now with 2 outs. It would be nice if Sarah here could keep things going with get another hit, add to her and Natalie are tied for the most hits on the team with 14. So Sarah could get a hit here. She'd add to her RBI total and take over as the hit leader for the Wildcats. Looks like it's going to be 3 balls and no strikes here. And 4 straight pitches put Sarah Reed on, 4 straight balls. All right. So we've got 2 outs, runners on first and third, and Cammie Ellis, the DH, is up. Cammie Ellis is coming into tonight hitting .333. She's got 3 RBIs. We'll see what happens here with Cammie. They threw it down, quick throw down to third. It hit. I think that's Lexi Hennick, hit her right in the back. We've got 2 balls, no strikes on Cammie, and we've got Sarah Reed on first. And there's going to be a pitch, and it's going to get past the catcher. And she almost had a play, but then she dropped it. So we've got our first run of the night. And then Sarah Reed moves up to second, so we've still got that runner in scoring position for Cammie. Cammie's got 3 balls and no strikes. We'll see if the coach is giving her a red light or green light. Looks like she had the red light, but she took the strike, but the catcher bobbled the ball. And just like that, Sarah Reed's at third. And 2 down, Cammie Ellis. Let's see if she can step up here and get a hit with 2 outs and score another run for the Wildcats. And there's a swing, and it's going to be fielded by the shortstop. She picks it up, and the umpire calls Cammie out. That was close, but good hustle by Cammie, but that was a nice play on the shortstop who charged that and was able to get the out. So Wildcats do score 1 run on 1 hit, and I don't think there were any errors, and we had 1 left on base. So not a bad first inning for the Wildcats. At least they came out and were able to get some things going. Hopefully we can keep up the defense and keep Easton Valley off the bases. Easton Valley went down 1, 2, 3 in that first inning, so they'll have their 4, 5, and 6 hitters up in the top of the second inning here. And Leah Weber's on the mound for the Wildcats, and Natalie Noonan is doing the catching duties tonight. And here we go. Umpire's wiping off the plates. All right, so see here if Leah can work on top. We've got a lefty up for Easton Valley, And she's not a slapper. It looks like she's going to swing away. You just don't see a lot of left-handed hitters. So we'll see if this affects Leah in any way. She comes out with a ball, that first pitch. It's a little low in the dirt. And there's a swing and a miss. So Leah evens the count, 1-1. We are in the top of the second inning. Wildcats get one on their half of the first inning, so it's 1-0 Wildcats. And there's a swing, and it goes right back to Leah, and Leah waits for Lacey to get to first and throws it over there to her. Nice play by Leah. So that's the first out of the inning for the Wildcats, and it will bring up the number 5 hitter, the third baseman for Easton Valley. And this is Dana Carlson, and she line drives right to Lily Kramer. That's a shot to the shortstop there. So one pitch, one out there, and that's going to bring up the number 6 hitter, the shortstop for Easton Valley. 2 outs here in the top of the second, and there's a swing and a miss. So as I mentioned, we are 1-0. Wildcats are up, and we're in top of the second, and there are 2 outs on Easton Valley. There's a swing and a hit, and it's going to go out to right field. Just drops in front of the right fielder, Shelby Rollinger, and she's not able to make a play. So there's going to be the first hit of the night for Easton Valley. It brings up Michaela Mitchell, who's their first baseman, and she is hitting .300. She has 1 triple on the season, 3 RBIs. So need to be aware of this batter here. Hopefully we can take care of her and get out of this inning. There is a runner on first now. 2 outs. Wildcats have 2 outs. So that hit hopefully won't hurt us. And there's going to be a swing and a miss, and it goes straight back into the backstop. So it's 1-1. 2 outs. We are in the top of the second inning. We are playing a single varsity game tonight. There's going to be another swing and a foul ball. Goes straight back over the backstop this time. So we've got 2 outs here. Got a runner on first. And we've got the first baseman up right now for Easton Valley. And here's going to be the pitch, and it's going to be low in the dirt. It's going to get past Noonan, and that is going to put the runner on second. So again, now that just makes the infielders have to make the play to first, but there are 2 outs. And there's a So that makes it 3-2. We've got a full count. Full count. We're in the top of the second. 2 outs. Runner on second for Easton Valley. There's the pitch, and it's going to be low in the dirt. Gets past Noonan. So that's going to allow the runner to get to third. So the Wildcats are putting a little pressure on themselves here. So we've got runners on first and third. It's going to bring up the number 8 hitter, the right fielder for Easton Valley. Another lefty. And there's a strike, and the Wildcats are just going to give the base there to that runner. So it's going to make runners on second and third. There are 2 outs. We're in the top of the second. And there's going to be 2 quick strikes on the batter. So, again, a lefty. I can't tell if she's just trying to hit from the left side or if she's going to do a little slapping. So far, she's just stood in there. And there's a swing and a miss. And that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. Big strikeout for Leah Weber. So there's going to be no runs. There was 1 hit. And they had left 2 on base. So Leah's got 3 strikeouts now in 2 innings. And we'll see if she can keep that up. And it's going to bring up here in the bottom of the second. We'll have Emma Fritcher, who's playing center tonight. Hannah Kramer, who's at second. Allie Fritcher, who is playing left field, and Lily Kramer, who's at short tonight. Those will be hopefully the 4 hitters that we will see. For sure, we will see Emma, Hannah, and Allie. Let me real quick here give a shout out to our sponsor, Next Bank. Next Bank is your bank for what's next, your next car, your next home, next business, next phase of life, or next adventure. 5 locations to serve you: Central City, Cedar Rapids, Marion, Coralville, and Waterloo. Next Bank is proud to sponsor Central City Sports, member FDIC, equal housing lender. All right, so Easton Valleys went through their warm-up pitches, and it's going to bring up Emma Fritcher coming into tonight's game. Emma is hitting .379. She's got 11 hits, 5 RBIs for the Wildcats, and she scored 5 runs. I don't know what the holdup is here. It looks like the umpire's doing something back there. Everybody else looks like they're ready. Here we go. I don't know what he was doing. All right, we'll see what Emma can do. Emma's normally at first base, but when Leah pitches, she moves out to center field. And she swings, and it's going to be a foul ball. Goes over the dugout, first base dugout of Easton Valley's dugout. Let's see if Emma can get things started for the Wildcats in the bottom of the second. And there's going to be a ball a little low. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Fritcher. And there's a high pitch. So we've got 2 balls, 1 strike on Emma. Center field tonight for the Wildcats. And there's going to be a swing and a miss. So we're going to... Is that a full count? I'm not sure they're keeping the board right. I mean, it's at least 2-2. And there's a high pitch. So, yeah, now it's 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We're at the bottom of the second inning. Wildcats up 1-0. This is the first batter of the second inning, Emma Fritcher, playing left field tonight. And there's a foul ball straight back, hits the top of the fence behind home plate. Emma hanging tough. And there's going to be the pitch, and there's going to be another foul ball. Kind of handcuffed her. Looked like it hit right above her hands there. Went straight back into the fence again behind home plate. We'll do this all over again. We've got a full count, no outs, bottom of the second inning. Wildcats up 1-0. Wildcats come into tonight's game 6-3. Easton Valley 0-5, but there's a great play by their pitcher, Woods. Nice rip by Fritcher, and she just stuck her glove out, and it just happened to hit her glove, and she was able to hang on to it. So nice hit by Fritcher, but nice play by the pitcher for the first out of the inning. So now this is going to bring up Hannah Kramer. Hannah's playing second base tonight for the Wildcats. Coming into tonight's game, Hannah is hitting .192. She's got 5 hits, 5 RBIs, and she scored 5 runs. And I don't know, did she just foul out? I don't know what happened there, to be honest. But there's an out. I did not see what happened. I saw a swing, and there's going to be a half bunt by Allie Fritcher. She just kind of put the bat up and just kind of half bunt, half slap, and nobody. The catcher did a really nice job of getting out to pick up the ball, but there was nobody made a reaction at first base. I think the first baseman went into cover, and the second baseman never got over there. So there's going to be a hit by Allie. So that's going to bring up Lily Kramer. Lily's takes a ball, and the pitch gets past the I'm not sure. Hannah Kramer, oh, I know what happened. Hannah Kramer must have got hit by the pitch. All right, so she did not get out. So Hannah's on all the way over to third, and Allie is on second. All right, that's what happened. So Hannah Kramer got hit by the pitch, and she's on third base, and then on Allie Fritcher's hit, she moved to second, and then now we have a wild pitch, and so now we have Hannah Kramer on third, Allie Fritcher's on second, we have one out, and Lily Kramer's up to bat, and Lily is up in the count 3-1. That pitch was just high, so Lily's coming into tonight. She's struggling a little bit at the plate. She told me she's coming in at 120. She does have 6 RBIs, though, on the season. So we'll see if she can get going here. Ooh. Ball was in the catcher's glove on the way back out to the pitcher before the umpire decided to call that a strike. So it was a little high, but they ended up calling it a strike. So that's going to make it a full count, 1 out, and we'll see what Lily can do here. There's a foul ball, goes out of play, so Lily stays right in there. We got runners on second and third, so we've got some opportunities here to increase the lead. Let's see if Lily can step up and get a big hit here. And that time she took a pitch, and that one I thought looked closer to being a strike than her other one. So there's a walk. So now we have bases loaded, and that's going to bring up the top of the order, Natalie Noonan. Now Natalie had a really big cut at her first time up, but she just wasn't able to get all of it, and it ended up going straight to the shortstop. So hopefully Natalie can step up here and get some RBIs. There's a rip. That's going to go to the fence in between the center fielder and left fielder. Left fielder picks it up. She's going to get it into the shortstop as the cutoff, but not before Natalie clears the bases with a double. Natalie Noonan steps up big, hits a double, gets 3 RBIs. She did that the other night, too. She ripped that ball. That was a solid hit. Good base running by Lily Kramer to be able to go from first to score there. And Natalie gets to second there. Nice big rip. So that's going to be 3 runs for the Wildcats. We have 1 out, and it brings up Leah Weber, who had a hit her first time up in the first inning. So we are still in the bottom of the second inning. Wildcats up 4-1 or 4-0, and Leah fouls that ball out. So it's going to be 1-1. We've got a runner here in scoring position, Natalie Noonan with the double. A bases clearing double. When she came up as bases loaded, she cleared the bases, and now she's at second. Leah's going to take that pitch. It's high. Makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike. That's going to be 3-1. Hopefully here Leah can get something she can hit instead of a walk. A hit will do a lot more than a walk will. And there she swings away at it, tries to knock it down the third baseline there, take advantage of that left fielder playing over, because that last hit went right between the center fielder and the left fielder. And so the left fielder is cheating over towards center field, and Leah was trying to take advantage of that. Just foul, though. So now it's going to be 3-2, full count for Leah, and she is going to walk. So there's going to be a walk. So we've got runners on first and second now. We've got one out, and Lacey Hennick is up. Lacey struck out her first time up here tonight, but Lacey overall in the season coming into tonight was hitting .414. Lacey's the only I have in stat-wise that she's got 2 RBIs, so this is a great opportunity for her to pick up at least 1 RBI maybe if she can come up with a big hit. Nice stop by the catcher. The pitch was a little high. So again, we're in the bottom of the second. It's 4-0. Wildcats up. We've got runners on first and second with 1 out. There's a swing and a foul ball. Goes down the third base line here. So we've got 1-1 is the count on Lacey. Lacey's got 2 doubles on the season. So it'd be nice to get another one here. Great spot to get another double. Potentially would score 2 runs. We've got 2 good runners here on base. That pitch, last pitch was a little high, so it's 2 balls and 1 strike on Lacey. And there's going to be a pop-up, and it's going to go, but I think that's the infield fly rule. Oh. Yes, infield fly rule, the batter's out. And just like that, we get a runner at third. So that was a little weird. And that's part of it is that just even the umpires get mixed up on stuff. I mean, we've only been playing for a couple weeks, and you even get rusty on different situations. Ooh, that's not good. So we had a pass ball, and Natalie Noonan scored on that, and Lexi Hennick, who was in for Leah running, tried to go from first to third on that pass ball and was thrown out at third. So that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning there. So Sarah Reed will be back up for the Wildcats. All right, so kind of a weird inning there. But Wildcats are able to get 4 runs, and I have 2 hits, and I didn't really have any errors, and we did leave 1 person on base, so that's 4 runs. All right, so yes, good inning for the Wildcats, 5-0 after 2 now. So big inning there for the Wildcats. Big hit by Natalie Noonan. Had a bases clearing double, got 3 RBIs. So that was nice. She just stepped up and took that first pitch and drove it out all the way to the outfield. So coming up here in the 3rd inning, go to the top of the 3rd. We've got 9-1-2 here for Easton Valley, 9-1-2. We've got the second baseman, and then we'll go to the top of the order. And Leah Weber is on the mound for the Wildcats. Natalie Noonan doing the catching. And that first pitch was a ball. And there's going to be a strike. So we've got 1-1. Again, this is the number 9 hitter, the second baseman for Easton Valley. Wildcats have a big second inning, and they go up 5-0 here. And there's going to be a called strike. We've got 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Wildcat pitchers work quick, and when they're having most success, they're working ahead of the batters. And there's a swing and a miss, and there's going to be another strikeout for Leah. So that's going to be her 4th strikeout of the night, and it's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, And there's going to be a swing, and it's a pop fly, but it is going to go out of bounds, or out of play, I guess, behind the Easton Valley first base dugout. This is the leadoff hitter, and her first time up, she took a called third strike. So we've got one out. Top of third inning, one out. Nobody on for Easton Valley. And there's going to be a swing and a pop-up, and Natalie Noonan, nice play. Popped up, and they helped her out. She was able to look up, didn't even take the mask off. Normally, that's the first thing they tell you to do as a catcher, to flip that mask off. Natalie didn't even flip it off, just turned, was able to look up and make a good catch. So that's going to be 2 outs for Easton Valley. And it's going to bring up the center fielder, who's going to try to bunt with 2 outs, and it's a foul ball. And she struck out her first time up. Wildcats up 5-0 here in the top of the third. Playing Easton Valley tonight, playing just one varsity game. And then the Wildcats will be at Marion tomorrow night. Ooh, that looked like a good pitch. Swing. No, the batter took that one. Looked like she tried to get out of the way. So it looks, I think, is it 1-1? Yeah, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, nobody on. There's a swing and a miss. This girl's, the A's center fielder, struck out her last time up. Ooh, close. This umpires is, again, like I said, you know, this is less than 10 games. I don't know. I guess the umpires could be umping a lot more, but just sometimes getting in your rhythm and figuring out the pitchers, and just close pitch. He let that one go, so there's a foul ball. So it's going to be 2-2, 2 outs. We're in top of 3. Wildcats up 5-0. Again, we got Leah Weber on the mound. Natalie Noonan behind the plate. Oh, he punched her out that time. He didn't hesitate. That was right at the knees. Nice pitch there by Leah to get that third out. So 2 more strikeouts that inning for Leah. So no runs for Easton Valley, no hits, no errors, and nobody on. Leah's got 5 strikeouts on the night. Nice job by Leah there. In the bottom of the third inning, it looks Sarah Reed's going to come back to the plate. She was at the plate when the pass ball happened and the runner got thrown out. So Sarah Reed will come back up to the plate, and she walked her first time up. And then we'll have Cammie Ellis, who grounded out, and Emma Fritcher, who lined out to the pitcher her first time up. So we've got our 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Hopefully that translates into a lot more runs here for the Wildcats and get some things going. I want to give a shout out again to our sponsor, Next Bank. Next Bank represents a new approach to banking in Iowa, expanded services, more technology, and increased personal attention. If you want to take your banking to the next level, Next Bank is for you. Next Bank is proud to sponsor Central City Sports, member FDIC, equal housing lender. I've got a former Central City athlete here peering over my shoulder. No. We'll talk to Sam Nielsen here. Number 1 in our hearts. Sam, what do you did volleyball, basketball, softball. Yep. A little bit of everything. We'll talk to Sam here in between innings. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, I can hear you.
Awesome.
Hey, well, we've got Sarah Reed up. Sarah's coming into tonight's game, as I mentioned. She's hitting .519. Walked her last time up. So what do you think? What are you doing in town?
Oh, well, I was out swimming at my mom's house, so.
Are you still Are you back in?
Yeah.
Back?
Yeah, I moved back about a month ago, back to Cedar Rapids area. So.
Are you living in Cedar Rapids?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Uh-huh.
I come up here and visit quite a bit. So.
One of my former, I had her in class, and I have to give a shout out to Sam. She was one of my accounting students, and she's actually in accounting.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen very often.
Yeah. Certified and everything.
CPA,
yeah.
right? Yep, nice. All right, well, we got Sarah Reed's up, and we are in the bottom of the third, and she's ahead in the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Sarah walked her last time up. And there's going to be another walk. So where are you working at right now?
Long story.
Oh.
But working remotely.
Oh.
So.
For a company?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah.
Who isn't working remotely?
Right? I actually had the whole week off this week,
Dang,
so it's been nice.
That's nice. Cami Ellis is going to come up, and
Oh.
Thought she might try to bunt to move Sarah over, but I guess when you're up 5-0, maybe you don't worry about moving the runner over with bunts anymore. So what do you do to stay active? Do you miss playing sports?
Yeah, I do. I was living in Des Moines, and I was on a slow pitch softball team.
Oh, nice.
And a couple of sand volleyball teams with some friends, and so I did that. And everything with COVID, I haven't been able to get on a team this year here back in Cedar Rapids.
Probably best.
Yeah.
All right, Cami Ellis is at the plate, and it looks like it's 2 balls and a strike. Sarah Reed's on first. What was your favorite sport? You played them all. I won't be offended if you say basketball's not your favorite.
I'd say volleyball for sure.
Volleyball?
Yeah. I mean, I played club volleyball.
Oh,
so
that's right.
Yeah, and then went to college and played for a while.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
I'd say volleyball number 1, softball number 2, and then basketball.
He's down on the list.
Hey, but you and Ratliff definitely made me like it a lot more than I did my freshman year. So.
Well, that's good. Cami Ellis pops up to the catcher for the first out of the inning, and Sarah Reed stays at first base. So what do you think?
Of them?
I don't know. Have you been to many games?
No, this is the first one. I've been scarcely following them on like social
Do
media
you ever listen
and stuff.
to our broadcasts?
Not softball. Chad and I have listened to the football one when you guys when they were really good or whatever that was
2 years ago.
Yeah. And maybe a couple of basketball games here and there, but not like actively follow.
Come on.
Well, I don't know anybody in high school anymore, so it's like I'm just here to support. It's not that I really know very many people.
Right.
It's been 7 years.
Guys, it's been that long. It's hard to believe that, man. I lose track. I lose track.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Emma Fritcher's up here. She's got 2 balls and no strikes. We've got Sarah Reed on first. We've got 1 out, and we are in the top of the third, and there's going to be another pop-up, and it's going to go to the first baseman this time. We just can't get things going here. A fly out to the first baseman for the second out, so it's going to bring up Hannah Kramer, who got hit by a pitch her last time up and scored a run, so we'll see if she can get things going. Well, it's good seeing you. It's nice to have you back in the area. You're going to have to maybe if things get back to normal, you can be a fill-in announcer during basketball.
There you go. Just
or
call
volleyball.
Me up.
Volleyball, we actually do volleyball, and volleyball is it's kind of actually fun to announce volleyball games.
Oh, she just got hit again.
She's got hit again. She's leading the team tonight and hit by pitches. So that's going to put runners on first and second. We've got 2 outs, and it's going to bring up Allie Fritcher. I'm working up a sweat, and I'm not even doing anything. Volleyball's fun to announce. I mean, one person has to do it. Usually, like basketball, we go back and forth, but like one person actually has to do it. Here's
nice
a rip.
Hit.
And a nice diving play by the left fielder. Goes off of her glove, goes to the fence. And Allie is going to, stay at second. She learned her lesson.
Yeah, that was a nice line drive right up the left field line.
She had a hit off of the fence the other night against Cal Wheat, and then she tried to stretch it into a triple and got thrown out. So there's A couple RBIs here. Big hit by the 8th grader, Allie Fritcher. Oh, I guess she's a freshman. I lose. Like I said, I
Who
lose
knows
track.
what it is these days?
She's
too.
a freshman. She was out for track for the little bit of time that we had track. And then
Oh,
there's
no, no,
another
no.
hit by pitch
Lily.
by Lily Kramer. It runs in the family. So now we got runners on first and second here. And it looks like 2 outs. And they're coming out to talk to the pitcher. So we've got a break here. No, it's fun to do volleyball. Only one person can announce like back and forth because everything goes so fast. So last year, Mr. Carlson and I kind of were the designated volleyball announcers. So it's pretty fun. It's fast. And the volleyball program's been improving, and they're going to have a new coach this year. So hopefully we'll get a play, and it'll be you'll have to come in, like I said, maybe be a backup announcer.
Yeah, I definitely well, now that I'm back here, and
and when you're out of town, it's hard.
It's hard, and I definitely want to start getting into some coaching too.
Oh yeah, cool.
Potentially, I don't know, here or somewhere,
wherever.
But because I've been out of it for so long.
Right.
Just playing recreational, but I want to get back into whether it's.
And it's hard to do
sport.
that in Des Moines, and you're trying to get your study for the CPA and that kind of stuff. So now that you got that, that's awesome. Well, it's good seeing you, man.
Yeah, I'll let you do your thing. I gotta make a delivery, so.
I see you got some forks.
Yep.
Somebody's eating something. We'll see you, Sam. All right. So we've got runners on first and second here, and Lily Kramer is hit by a pitch, so that brings up Natalie Noonan, who came up the last time, and the bases were loaded, and she hit a bases-clearing double, and there's another hard hit, but this time, nice play by the third baseman there, stuck her glove down at the last minute and snagged that ball and is able to get the out at third for the third out. So Wildcats pick up a couple more runs there. So that makes it 7-0 off of one hit. Looks like we had that one hit. And we left a couple on base that time. So Wildcats add to the lead after 3 innings. 7-0 Wildcats. And for Easton Valley this inning, top of 4, it is going to be the number 3, 4, and 5 hitters up. The pitcher is going to start things off. She grounded out to third base. And then it will be the left fielder who grounded back to Leah Weber. And then the third baseman who hit a line shot to Lily Kramer at short, her first time up. So all 3 of these hitters that are up made contact, so we'll see here if the Wildcats can keep them off the bases again this time. Leah Weber still on the mound for the Wildcats. She's got 5 strikeouts so far in 3 innings. Natalie Noonan again behind the plate. We got Sarah Reed still at third, Lily Kramer at short, Hannah Kramer at second, and Lacey Hennick at first. And then we've got Shelby Rollinger out in right field, Emma Fritcher in center, and Allie Fritcher in left. And the first pitch of the inning is a little low. This is going to be a ball. And Leah comes into tonight's game. She's added to her stats she had coming into tonight. She had 9 strikeouts and 5 walks, and she's already added 5 strikeouts, and she has not walked a batter yet, so knock on wood that she can keep this up. There's a foul ball, so we've got 1-1. That went over the Wildcat dugout. Out of play. And there's going to be a hit right back up the middle, and there's going to be a base runner here. J.C. Woods, the hitter that time, she is the leading hitter for Easton Valley coming into tonight's game with a .467 average, so she gets a hit, gets things started here. Looks like they're going to go ahead and have a courtesy runner for her. She's their pitcher, and the 4th batter in the lineup comes up. and she is a lefty. Might have mentioned that the last time she was up. And here's the pitch for Weber, and it's going to be, looks a little high, I guess, maybe inside. Hard to tell. Like I said, I'm out here in left field. Sun's right in my eyes. I wish there was a couple more clouds in the sky, but I have a pretty good view if the sun wasn't right in my face. There's a pitch and a called strike, so it's 1-1. Runner on first. We're in the top of the fourth. It's Wildcats are up 7-0. There's I think that was a strike. Yeah, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So this batter hasn't done anything but watch pitches go by. Man, she's just standing there taking them. Nothing looked wrong with that pitch. Maybe a little outside, I guess. So 2-2. Runner on first. The pitcher, Wood started it off, or Easton Valley got a hit up the middle. And there's going to be a hit to Hannah Kramer, and she bobbles the ball, and everybody's going to be safe. So that's not what we needed there. So we had a hit to start off the inning here up the middle, and now we have an error on our second baseman, Hannah Kramer. So Easton Valley's putting together a little thing. There's a called strike, putting together something here. Runners on first and second. No outs for the Wildcats. We're in the top of the fourth, so we'll see here if Leah can step up and get a pop-up here potentially, or a strikeout. There's a swing and a miss, so just like that, Leah's up, no balls and 2 strikes. This is the third baseman who's up, and she did hit a line shot to Lily Kramer last time. She did make good contact. Leah's going to come with this pitch, and there's a foul ball, and Natalie caught it, and she is going to be out. So there's going to be 1 out, first out for the Wildcats. And it's going to bring up the shortstop, who also had initially had the first hit of the game. She hit it out to right field, right in front of Shelby. And there's going to be a foul ball, goes out of play behind home plate. She had the first hit of the game for Easton Valley in the second inning. But no, they were not able to capitalize on that. So we have 1 out. We're in the top of the fourth. Runners on first and second with a hit to start the inning, and then an error. And there's going to be a bunt that's going to go foul. So 0-2 now. Leah's way up. So no balls, 2 strikes, no outs yet. There's this foul ball, swing, and a foul ball goes straight back to the fence. Score here is 7-0. Wildcats are up. Again, we're just playing 1 varsity game tonight, 1 varsity softball game. There's going to be a swing, and it just gets under the glove of shortstop. And Allie Fritcher did a great job of getting it in, and nobody scored on that. So just got underneath the glove of Lily Kramer. So bases are loaded. Wildcats are up 7-0, and it's going to bring up the first baseman who walked. I guess there has been 1 walk. There's going to be a swing and a pop fly, and it's going to go back out of play behind home plate. So this gal did walk. I guess there has been 1 walk. So Leah's coming in with 5 strikeouts coming into this inning and 1 walk. So we're in the top of the fourth, 7-0 Wildcats. There's a swing and a miss. Leah's getting ahead of these hitters. She's not being able to here these last couple innings to get that strikeout or just to not give them something good to hit. You got to give a little bit of credit to the hitters staying in there. And there's going to be a foul ball. Goes straight back over the dugout or the fence behind home plate. So we've got no outs, 0-2. Leah's trying to get the batter to go for a low pitch. It's a little too low in the dirt. Natalie Noonan did a good job of not letting that get by her. So we've got 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Bases are loaded for Easton Valley. And there's going to be a swing and a foul ball. It goes straight back into the fence. So this batter's hanging tough up here. This is Michaela Mitchell, and she's coming in with a 300 average. She has a triple, 3 RBIs. So one of the better hitters for Easton Valley. There's a swing and a miss. Nice job of Natalie Noonan hanging tight back there. Get that out. So now we've got 2 outs. I guess I might have said there was no outs. Now there is 2 outs. My bad. I don't know if I forgot about that foul tip out. All right. So bases loaded for the Wildcats. Bases are loaded. 2 outs. And there's a swing and a miss. And we've got the number 8 batter up, the right fielder who struck out her last time. We'll see if Leah can take her again here and end the inning and get out of here. A little high, trying to get her go for that pitch, but she doesn't. So we got, I think there's 2 balls. I think it's 2 balls, 1 strike. I should keep track myself. Yeah, called strike there. So 2-2. 2-2, 2 outs. Top of the fourth. Bases loaded for Easton Valley. Leah Weber here on the mound. Nice pitch by Leah Weber and punches out the batter. Called 3rd strike. Nice job. Leah comes back after giving up a hit and an error, and actually 2 hits. And a good defense there by the Wildcats. Allie Fritcher out in left field to get that ball and not let anybody score. So Easton Valley puts together a little run there. And Wildcats are able to get out of that. So great job pitching and some really good defense there. So Leah did give up 2 hits. So she's got 3 hits on the night with 1 error that time, but nothing hurt. So Wildcats will come up here in the bottom of the fourth, and we are going to have Leah, Lacey, and Sarah get things going here for the Wildcats. Leah so far is 1 for 1. She had a hit her first time up and scored a run, and then she walked her second time up. So we'll see what she does here. Hopefully Leah can add to help her cause, I guess. We'll put it that way. Hopefully she can help her cause here, get something going in this inning. Looks like Easton Valley still has the same pitcher that started the game. And there's still in there. She had a rough inning there last inning, but she's still in. And there's ball is misplayed by the left fielder, so just a hit by Leah that goes out to left, and that's going to be a single, and then that's going to be an error on the left fielder. that allows Leah to get to second. The fielder just kind of overran the ball, kind of took a weird hop and just got by her. So that allows Leah to get into scoring position. It's going to bring up Lacey Hennick. Lacey has had an infield fly roll and has struck out. So she's 0-2. Lacey's due for a big hit here. Coming into tonight's game, I mentioned, is Lacey was hitting .414. She was second behind one of the top 3 hitters on the team. So there's going to be a hit, but she just hits it off the end of her bat. And now Leah's in a rundown, and she's going to be safe. Leah got into a rundown. So Lacey is going to be on with a fielder's choice. Nice job. Leah ends up back at second, got into a rundown, but was able to get back to second, and Lacey's going to be on at first. So we have no outs with Sarah Reed up. Sarah has walked both times up, and she scored in the 3rd inning. And there's a monster hit, and it's going to just in front of the warning tracks. So deep hit, but Sarah just got underneath that a little bit. If she could have got on top of that ball, that would have been a line drive to the fence. Nice play by the left fielder to get under that. So runners stay at first and second. We got 1 out, and brings up Cammie Ellis. And Cammie's 0 for 2 today. She grounded out to shortstop, and she flew out to the catcher. There's a nice scoop by the the catcher on a ball that bounces right on home plate. Runners aren't able to advance. And Cammie Ellis is going to square to bunt. She puts the bunt down. It's fielded, and she is safe. Safe all the way around. So there's a hit by Cammie. Beats out the bunt. It puts Leah at third, and it puts Lacey at second, who was safe on that fielder's choice. So we've got bases loaded with Emma Fritcher. Emma popped up to the first baseman and had a shot right back at the pitcher her first time up, and the pitcher made a great catch. So Emma Fritcher's ready for a big hit here. She takes a ball, I believe. Emma coming into tonight was hitting .379 with 11 hits on the season. We'll see if Emma can get something going here. We've got bases loaded again. There's going to be a swing, and it goes back and hits the press box. So makes the count 1-1. So again, we're in the bottom of 4 here, taking on Easton Valley. Easton Valley comes into tonight's game 0-5. Wildcats are 6-3. And there's a foul ball. No, I'm sorry. She swung the bat, and it barely hit. It's like they're having a hard time timing this pitcher a little bit, and Emma hit the tip of the bat, and it goes to the pitcher, and the pitcher throws it to home to get the force out. So there's 1 out. All the runners advance. So we still have bases loaded. We just need to come up with that big hit. Now that's going to be 2 outs. I'm sorry. There's 2 outs. So we've got 2 outs, and we got Hannah Kramer, who's gotten hit by the pitch. Both her times up. Takes a strike. All right, so we're in the bottom of 4. Wildcats have bases loaded. We have 2 outs. And we've got Hannah Kramer at the plate. She scored 2 runs so far tonight. And she takes another called strike, so she's down 0-2. She's gotten hit twice. Hannah's coming in tonight hitting .192, 5 hits on the season. Big hit right here would kind of open it up even more for the Wildcats, who are leading 7-0. There's a little bit of a change up. Hits the dirt. So it looks like I think that's going to make the count. Yep, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded. And there's going to be a hit. Yes! Right up the middle. Bounced right over the shortstop's glove. And, oh, man. Cammie Ellis got thrown out at home. Nice play by the center fielder. Lacey scores. The Wildcats get one. And I didn't see Cammie slide, so I'm not really sure. It's hard to see exactly what's going. Like I said, I'm a little ways. Coach is talking to the home plate umpire, but tell you what, when you don't slide, sometimes you're giving them an opportunity to tag you in a way that makes it easier for them. So Cammie Ellis is going to get called out. That was a hit by Hannah Kramer. And she's going to get 1 RBI out of that. So Hannah steps up and hits it, and it goes right over a diving shortstop, went over her glove, and the center fielder did a really nice play of picking that up and throwing out Cammie Ellis at home. But like I mentioned, the Wildcats, I believe, do get 1 run ahead of that. Yep, so it's going to make it 8-0. We had 1, 2, 3 hits. And there was an error for sure. Again, my stats are unofficial. I'm just doing this to kind of allow you guys to hear what's going on and kind of help me too know what's going on. So Wildcats, again, get 1 run off of 3 hits, and there was 1 error there. So after 4 complete innings, it makes it 8-0. Wildcats are up on Easton Valley. And Easton Valley is going to send their 9-hitter, who is their second baseman, who struck out. And then we're going to be at the top of the order for Easton Valley. So we're going into the top of the 5th. And Leah Weber's on the mound for the Wildcats, and she's got 7 strikeouts on the night. There's a swing and a miss. Wildcats got out of a jam that last inning. They've been cruising up until that 4th inning, and then there was a hit and an error, and then another hit, and it was bases were loaded, and then Leah was able to get 2 strikeouts back to back. And there's, speaking of strikeouts, there's another strikeout. So like that, Leah's got 8 strikeouts, and she's almost matched her season high. I think coming into tonight, I think I had written down that she had 9 strikeouts on the season. So nice outing for Leah Weber. Oh, I take that back. I guess, oh no, yeah, I did something wrong. All right, so we've got a strikeout, and there's a swing and a miss. All right, so we've got a strikeout by the second baseman, who was the number 9 hitter. Now we have the top of the order, who she has struck out and popped out to the catcher. So we're in top of 5. There's a swing, foul ball, so she's going to be 0-2 on the batter. We're in top of 5, 8-0. Wildcats up. Like I mentioned, they got out of a little jam last inning. Out of a bases loaded jam, I should say. And there's a swing and a miss, and there's going to be another strikeout. Leah's got 2 outs and 2 strikeouts. This is going to bring up the center fielder, who had a really nice play that last inning and did a good job of getting to that ball that was hit by Hannah Kramer and threw a runner out at home. The center fielder, though, has struck out twice tonight. So 9 strikeouts on the night for Leah, which has matched her coming into tonight. Leah had 9 strikeouts. So great outing for Leah, and the Wildcats have had a pretty good game. There's going to be a pop-up. Sarah Reed's giving chase, but just wasn't able to get to it, nor was Lily Kramer. So it stayed in fair territory, or foul territory. We weren't able to make a play on it. So 0-2. Leah's way ahead here. We've got 2 outs, and we are in the top of the 5th. Leah Weber has a great game going tonight. 9 strikeouts. There's going to be a foul ball just down on the outside of that third baseline there. So we're, again, 2 outs here. 2 strikes on the batter. And swing and a miss, and she is out. So Leah strikes out the side in the 5th inning, and that gives Leah 10 strikeouts. Again, I'm unofficial, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have her down as 10 strikeouts. So pretty sure that's going to be a season high for Leah on strikeouts tonight. So no runs and no hits and no errors. Easton Valley Wildcats are going to come up here. 2 runs, and then we can end this game here. We'll see if that happens. Allie Fritcher's going to get things started off for the Wildcats. Allie's coming in with a single and a double and 1 run scored. And then Lily Kramer is up next. Lily has walked and got hit by a pitch. She scored a run, so she doesn't have technically have an at-bat tonight. And then it'll put us at the top of the order with Natalie Noonan. Natalie's coming in tonight hitting .500. I have her down as 1 for 3 tonight, so she needs to get a hit to keep her average going. She'd be 2 for 4 if she can get a hit. But she did have, in the 2nd inning, Natalie did have a double, and she when she came up, the bases were loaded, and she cleared the bases with that double. So she got 3 RBIs, which got the Wildcats going there in that 2nd inning, and kind of opened things up for us a little bit. All right. So we've got Allie Fritcher up here, bottom of 5. Looks like Easton Valley's going with the same pitcher that they started the game with. And the first pitch here in the 5th inning is going to be a ball. There's going to be a swing and a miss, so it's going to be 1-1 on Allie. I will say this pitcher has not, I guess I shouldn't say, I don't know. She has had several walks. I know coming into tonight's game she had like 33 walks. There's going to be a swing and a foul ball goes back out of play behind home plate by Allie. As I mentioned, Allie's a freshman this year starting. She's 2 for 2 tonight. We got some early fireworks going off here. There's a big old boom. Allie just took that pitch. So it's going to be 2-2. We're in the 5th inning here, bottom of 5th inning. Wildcats up 8-0. And there's going to be a fly ball, and it's going to go out to the right fielder who makes the play. So Allie is retired for the first time tonight. And Lily Kramer is up. Lily scored a run in the 2nd inning. She took a walk, and then she got hit by a pitch the last inning. See if Lily can't get some things going here and get us to the top of the order, and see if the Wildcats can't manage 2 runs here in this inning maybe and get things finished up. We've scored every inning. We scored 1 run in the 1st inning, 4 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, and 1 last inning. See if we can put a couple runs together and finish things off. There's a swing and a miss by Lily. Lily's number 9 hitter, and then it'll be Natalie Noonan. And there's going to be a high fly ball. And that goes out of play behind the dugout of the Wildcats. So I believe that's going to make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, I think so. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Lily. We've got 1 out. We're in the bottom of 5. Wildcats up 8-0. Lily takes that pitch. 2-2. It's going to make it. And And there's going to be a foul ball, and the second baseman and the third baseman both gave a chase at it, but neither one could get to it. Lily Kramer's battling up there, stays alive with that foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We're at 1 out. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Wildcats are up 8-0 over Easton Valley. And there's going to be a swing, and there's a hit out to left field. Left fielder bobbles it, but gets it in, and Lily has a hit. Gets things going here for the Wildcats, and that's going to bring up Natalie Noonan. Natalie is 1 for 3, as I mentioned. She had a big rip the second inning, bases loaded, cleared the bases with a double, and then she's lined out to the shortstop, and she hit a grounder to the first baseman, who stepped on first by herself. We've got either an equipment change or something here with third baseman for Easton Valley. I think she's getting a hat. She's getting her mask on. All right, we got 1 out, 1 on, bottom of 5. Top of the order up, Natalie Noonan coming into tonight's game, hitting .500. Needs a hit to maintain that average here, so see if she can do that for us. Whoa, she got brushed back, and Lily steals second. So good base running there. Now we've got that runner in scoring position for Natalie. Again, Natalie had 3 RBIs in that with that 1 hit. Add to her she was tied coming in with 6 RBIs, so now she's leading the team with 9. See if she can add to that total. There's a swing and a pop fly, and it's going to go straight back out of play. Got a runner in scoring position. Lily Kramer gets a hit, and she's on second now. Got a single and stole second. We got 1 out, and at top of the order, Natalie Noonan's up. She scored a run and got a double in the second inning. Easton Valley going with their original starting pitcher. There's a kind of a grounder pitch that rolled in, and unfortunately the second baseman made a nice play, and Lily Kramer's still at second, but in scoring position, so that's nice. And there's a hit by Natalie to the third baseman, and she fired it over to the first baseman. That's going to be the second out of the inning. Lily Kramer does advance to third on that. So that's going to bring up Leah. Leah's had a couple hits tonight. She's actually 2 for 2 and a walk. And there's a pitch. Whoa. We have a short backstop, I will say that. There is not a lot of room between the home plate and the backstop. The ball got past the catcher, and Lily took off, and that ball bounced straight back to the catcher. So Lily had to put the brakes on and turn around and get back, and they threw it down to third, but it hit Lily right in the back. So she's safe at third, so nothing happens there. You really got to watch that when you play at these places that have those short backstops. You just never know what the ball is going to do when it bounces past the catcher. We've got Leah Weber, who's pop fly in between in between the center fielder and the right fielder, and the center fielder calls it off, and so the Wildcats are not able to get anything going that inning. I thought she might get that in a hole, but just not got underneath it. So there's a fly out to the center fielder for the third out. And so that's going to take us into the 6th inning. Wildcats are up 8-0. So we had no runs on 1 hit. No errors. All right, I'm going to give a shout out to Next Bank. What are you saving for, whether it's retirement, your child's education, a new car, or just a rainy day? Next Bank has the right savings account for whatever's next for you. Next Bank's committed to help you achieve what's next for your financial dreams. Bank on your success with Next Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. And we really do appreciate everything that Next Bank does for us. We wouldn't be able to do these broadcasts if it wasn't for them. And so we do appreciate the relationship that Next Bank has with the school, and they do more than just sponsor the Wildcat Sports Channel. They donate a lot of money to the different to the robotics, to post prom. They have a sign out in the baseball center field. They help they do all of our programs for us for volleyball, basketball, football, you name it, whatever sport we have programs. Next Bank does it for us. So we appreciate all that they do and allows us to bring this game to you. All right, there's a pitch by Leah Weber and a foul ball. So Leah struck the side out in the 5th inning. In the 4th inning, there was a couple hits and an error, and the Wildcats got into a bases loaded jam, but Leah was able to get a couple big strikeouts and get out of that. There's going to be a hit out to center field right where Emma Fritcher was, and there's going to be the first out of the inning. And then the last inning, the 5th inning, after the 4th inning where there was the bases loaded, then in the 5th inning, Leah struck out the side. So again, 10 strikeouts coming into this inning here, and on the season coming into tonight's game, Leah had 9 strikeouts. So great job by her tonight, and we just got the first out of the top of the 6th with the pitcher who got a hit and got things started in the 4th inning. She just flew out to center field. Nice job by Emma Fritcher out there. And this brings up the left fielder who hit it to Hannah Kramer last time up, and Hannah bobbled it, and this kept things going. She's batting from that left-hand side. And there's a pop-up, and it is going out to Allie Fritcher. So the Fritchers are taking care of business this inning. Fly out to Emma, and now a fly out to Allie. So just like that, Wildcats have 2 outs in the top of the 6th. The Wildcats are up 8-0, and that's going to bring up the third baseman who lined out to shortstop and had a foul tip out her last time. And there's going to be a big swing and a foul ball that hit the batting cage. So she got on that one, but luckily that one went way foul. So just a big strike there for Leah. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Just like that, pretty quick inning so far. And there's another foul ball, so just like that, it's 0-2. Leah's way ahead of this batter. She's coming out swinging away. And Leah Weber's going the distance here for the Wildcats. Natalie Noonan behind the plate. Oh, and she just punched her out with the backwards K. So that's going to end that inning. That was quick, and that's another strikeout for Leah. So that puts 11 for her on tonight. Wildcats are going on a strikeout spree. I think I mentioned when they played Marquette in one of the games, Sarah Reed had 12 strikeouts, and then against Cal Wheat in one game, Sarah had 11 strikeouts. So the Wildcats are really racking up the strikeouts here for their pitchers, which is awesome. All right, here we go. Let's see if the Wildcats can't get a couple runs here and end this game. We're in the bottom of the 6th. The Wildcats are up 8-0. We've got Lacey Hennick, Sarah Reed, Cammie Ellis, and Emma Fritcher up. Lacey looking for her first hit of the night. She's coming into tonight's game. She was hitting .414. So she needs a hit here to kind of keep that average up there. Last at bat, she did put the ball in play and was safe with a fielder's choice, and she was able to come around and score the only run that we got in the 4th inning. I'm sorry, not last inning, but in the 4th inning. So puts us in the 6th inning. Wildcats up 8-0. We're in the bottom of 6. We got Lacey, Sarah, and Cammie this inning. I'm Cindy McCarthy coming to you live from Central City here. And there's going to be a hit, and it goes just underneath the shortstop's glove. So Lacey Hennick, and the Easton Valley's throwing it around a little bit, but Lacey just stays at first. So there's that hit that we needed to get started. So first batter up gets a hit and is on first, and it's going to bring Sarah Reed up. Sarah is 0 for 1. She has 2 walks, scored a run, and then flew out to deep center here last time, so I better keep an eye out here. I don't want her to hit me. There's going to be a hard hit right between, oh no, the second base, or, whoa, the shortstop. Shortstop really did a nice job. I thought that ball was going to get through there. And the shortstop did a really nice job of getting over there and picking it up. And she decided it was a slow roller, so she really was in no man's land. And she tried to get the force at second, and Lacey beat her there. And we've got Cammie Ellis up. And Cammie tries to bunt, but it's foul. So we've got Lacey safe at second there. And then Sarah is safe at first on the fielder's choice. So now Cammie Ellis, no outs. We're in the bottom of 6. Wildcats up 8-0. Runners on first and second. Cammie lays down, oh, beautiful bunt. And she's out at first, but that was a great bunt, getting the runners around. So I'm going to say that was a sacrifice for the first that, and it puts Lacey at third, and it gets Sarah Reed to second. It's going to bring up Fritcher. Fritcher's 0 for 3 tonight. Let's see if Emma can get a hit. Emma is coming into tonight's game hitting .379. 11 hits on the season, one of the top hitters. So Emma's due for a big hit. Let's see if she can't get things going here. Bring in these 2 runs, and we would have a complete game. And nope. Again, ball gets past the catcher, but we just do not have a deep backstop there. And that catcher's pretty athletic, and she's been popping up and getting right to those balls. So Lacey makes a good decision probably and stays at third, doesn't go. It makes the count 1-1. And they throw it down to third. But Lacey makes it back easily. So 2 balls, 1 strike. We've got 1 out. Sacrifice bunt by Cammie Ellis there. That last time up gets the runners, 2 runners now in scoring position. We have a runner on third, Lacey Hennick, and then Sarah Reed's on second. Emma Fritcher at the plate, and that's a ball, goes over the catcher's glove. It's 3 balls and a strike. So this is one of those pitches that if it's right there as a hitter, you've got a spot, and if you see it, you like it, you drive it. But if it's not, oh, she took that one. So now we have a full count on Fritcher. We have 1 out, full count, runners on second and third. See if Emma can come up with a big hit here. There it is. There's a rip right up the middle, goes to center field. Center fielder's got a good arm, so Sarah doesn't test her. She did a good job of charging that ball. Emma Fritcher with a big hit, and she is going to get that RBI. And we've got Lacey who comes around and scores. Sarah Reed's now on third, and Emma's on first. So we got a first and third situation with Hannah Kramer up. Hannah had a hit her last at-bat and drove in a run. So we'll see what happens here. We've got a first and third situation, 1 out. And Fritcher, they're just going to give, no. The ball got by the third baseman just a smidgen, and the left fielder did a really good job of backing up. But everybody was telling Sarah Reed to go, so she made the best decision. But Emma Fritcher does get down to second. So gives us, again, 2 runners in scoring position. Basically, we just need this runner on third. The coach is going to come out. I'm not sure what she's talking to the pitcher about right now. Probably in order to stay in the game, you can't let this runner from third score. So maybe they're talking about where they want to make their play. It's 8-0. It's 9-0. Yeah. 9-0. We got runners on second and third, 1 out. And we've got, again, Hannah Kramer at the plate, who had a hit her last time up. So she's coming in hitting 192. But she does have 5 RBIs, so she has some timely hits for the Wildcats. And that's a little high. So it makes the count 2 balls and no strikes. There's going to be a pop-up, and it's going to go right to the pitcher. So there's going to be the second out of the game. Or I'm sorry, second out of the inning. All right, Allie Fritcher's coming up. Allie's 2 for 3 tonight with a double and a single, and she scored a run. Her last time up at bat, she flew out to the right fielder, so this would be a great way to end the game if Allie could get her third hit of the night. Allie came into tonight's game hitting .444, so she's one of the top hitters. She only has 4 hits. I think she's just been inserted into the lineup and getting some at-bats. But she, against Marquette Catholic, she had a hit off the, almost hit a home run, so she definitely has some power. There's a swing and a foul ball. So we got 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ball goes over the catcher's head. Wildcats are, I mean, you want to be aggressive, but you want to be smart. And you just don't want to run yourself out of innings, potentially chance to win the game with, unless you can be absolutely sure you can score. So Sarah probably made the right choice of not going on that pass ball. There's another ball. I think it's 3 balls and 1 strike here to Allie. 3 balls, 1 strike. We'll see if Allie gets something she can drive. And that's a little high there. So Allie's going to walk. So Allie draws the walk there and loads the bases for the Wildcats, and it's going to bring up Lily Kramer. Lily is 1 for 1 technically tonight. She walked and scored a run in the 2nd, and she got hit by a pitch in the 3rd, and then in the 5th inning, Lily had her first hit of the game, and let's see if she can do that again. So bases loaded. Two balls, no strikes. Bases loaded. We got 2 outs. We are in the bottom of the 6th. Wildcats up 9-0. Oh, and there it is. The game is over. Lily Kramer takes it for the team and gets hit, and that makes it 10-0. So that's the game. Lily takes it for the team. Got hit in the elbow. And that puts her on, and that brings in Sarah. And there's Emma. All right, so we got 2 runs off of 1, 2 hits I have. I didn't have any here. So Wildcats come out of this game 10-0. Nice job. Leah Weber's going to get the win on that. And had some big hits. 3 RBIs by Natalie on a double in the 2nd inning. Leah Weber, she's going to get the win tonight. She ends up with 2 for 3, scores a run. Lacey Hennick ended up scoring 2 runs. She had 1 for 4. Sarah Reed ended up scoring 2 runs, didn't get a hit tonight. Cammie Ellis had a big sacrifice bunt that last inning that allowed the runners to get in scoring position when we were able to get that first run in. Emma Fritcher had a big hit that kept things going, got an RBI. Hannah Kramer had a hit. She was 1 for 2 with 2 hit by pitches and scored 2 runs scored a run in the 2nd and 3rd inning. Allie Fritcher ended up going 2 for 3 with a single and a double and a run scored. And Lily Kramer ended up going 1 for 1, 2 hit pitches, a walk, and scores a run. And the Wildcats are going to go ahead and get the win here, 10-0. And as I mentioned, Leah Weber is the pitcher. She's going to get the win tonight with 11 strikeouts. She came into tonight's game with 9 strikeouts on the season. Her record was 1-2, and she gets 11 strikeouts tonight. So that's a great outing for her. And I believe she might have walked one person. Yeah, I think I had one walk. And so that's really a good game there for Leah. And, you know, some of those early stats and stuff can be a little misleading because the girls, when we left in March and, you know, didn't know that what was going to happen with softball, weren't able to do anything. I mean, they physically, as a team, weren't able to do anything until I believe it was June 1st. They weren't able to do anything before that, and so really these kids are coming in, and even though you've played softball for however many years and pitched, and I only as a senior, it just takes a little while when you haven't been able to do the things that you want to do. I'm going to see if I can't get somebody out here. Get Lily. Where's Lily? I got one of the players of the game coming out here. You said you get a hit. I got it all set up for you.
Oh, God, this is scary.
All right, I'm joined by Lily Kramer, who told me before the game she was going to get a hit and her hitting slump was going to come to an end. So tell me what happened there.
Oh, you know, I'm just going to take anything they give me. So all I had is one hit today, but I'll take it.
Yep.
2 hit by pitches.
2 hit by pitches. It's kind of a weird way to end a game, but hey.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if she's going to throw it at me, I'm going to take it every time.
Do you and your sister have a competition for hit by pitch?
We've always kind of made it a competition in our house who can get the most. So.
All right. Well, you each ended up with 2 tonight.
Yeah.
Who's leading on the season?
I think I am. I think I have 4 now.
Ooh, there you go. So I have your record as 6-3. Is that right? Or did you guys play and is it a little more than that?
I'm not for sure.
Yeah, I'm not either. But you do guys have you guys got off to a rough start. Northland got swept by them. So 0-2, split with Springville. So you were 1-3. And I think you've won all your games since then, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's at least a 8-game winning streak. So that's 7-game because you were 7-game winning streak. So what's been the difference with that? What do you think?
Starting off with Northland was pretty tough, but once we kind of got comfortable and settled in, we really started to play our Wildcat ball.
How's a new coach this year? You're a senior this year, and you've played for 4 years with Coach Johnson, and now there's a new coach in town. How's that transition going?
It's definitely a lot different, but, you know, once we all got comfortable with it and just, you know, took everything he said and learned it, it's been pretty good so far.
How do you like going from outfield? You've pretty much played outfield your whole career, right?
Right.
And now you're at shortstop this year. How'd that happen?
It's definitely a big change, but I've always kind of been a little bit of an infielder. And so when I made that switch, I just had to kind of settle in, and now I'm feeling pretty comfortable there.
So just infielder by trade, but just never had a spot, and just so you played in the outfield. Now you're in where you like playing shortstop.
I do, yeah.
It's fun. All right, well, Lily, good luck, and you guys play tomorrow night, doubleheader varsity.
JV varsity.
Okay, JV varsity tomorrow night at Marion, and then next week a couple of conference games, and then I think I saw that you guys are get a bye the first round for the tournament.
Yeah,
so,
we do.
And potentially could host a couple home games, so that's kind of exciting. Not to look ahead, but, you know, hopefully keep that winning streak going, and who knows where it'll take you, right? All right. Well, keep up the good job, and we'll be back out here next week, and hopefully the Wildcats will get some more wins.
Definitely.
All right. Thanks for stopping by. All right. That's Lily Kramer, one of the 3 seniors, I believe, that are on the Wildcats this year, and she was at the plate and took a hit by pitch with bases loaded to bring in the winning run tonight. Wildcats end the game after 6 innings, 10-0 against Easton Valley. So we think that puts them at least to 8-3 on the season. Again, they got off to a 1-3 start, and now are up to 8-3, and they'll go to Marion tomorrow night, and hopefully they can add to that. So, good job tonight to the Wildcat softball team. And I'm going to give one more shout out here to Next Bank. What's next on your list of financial goals wherever you're going next? Next Bank has a loan that's right for you. Your next car, your next home, even your next adventure, all are within reach with a Next Bank loan. Convenient locations in Central City, Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Marion, and Coralville. Next Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. And again, congratulations to the Wildcats and Leah Weber on the win tonight with the 11 strikeouts. Again, a season high. I don't know about a career high, but for sure a season high. And so great job by Leah. And all the Wildcats stepped up and had some great hitting and some good defensive plays out there. So just an all-around good game for the Wildcats. I appreciate everybody listening. And right now we're scheduled to have the boys baseball team next week when they play Dunkerton. I should have written it down, but I'm a little rusty at haven't done any broadcasting since basketball, so I'm a little out of practice exactly on remembering what we do for broadcasting, so I apologize. But the boys will be playing Dunkerton next week, and it'll be a varsity JV, and we'll probably just announce the varsity game. So that's going to be next week, and then I think when the girls play East Buchanan will be the last regular season broadcast. And then, like I said, make sure you listen to your one calls and check the school's Facebook page, and we'll let you know if we're going to be able to bring the postseason games to you, depending on availability of announcers and things like that. So great game tonight. One varsity game for the Wildcats. They win in 6 innings over Easton Valley, 10-0. Congratulations, and go Cats.